last time, so it didn't work last time, but it has today.
You sound like you're next door, even though you're in Cornwall. My goodness.
I give my apologies for the second half because I can only stay for the first hour.
Afternoon, everyone. You all okay?
Hi.
Yeah, hi Fiona. Yep, yep, all good.
Age considered, yes.
Good. It's beautiful out today.
It's the backdrop that I've got here at the moment was a photograph taken about 2 hours ago in the local Bluebell Woods.
Beautiful.
Isn't there a Bluebell tune?
Oh,
Bluebell polka.
Bluebell polka we could have done. Yes, we could.
We could.
Oh yes.
I think Diane played it, didn't she, to in the depths of winter to encourage us that the bluebells will come in.
Sort of like Almano blue must be somewhere. Blimey, or blue, wrong way round.
A bit further on.
Blind Mary. Oh dear. Blue-eyed rascal. Blue-eyed stray. Oh, Bluebell polka.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
That was a bit impromptu. I haven't played that for a while. But as you said, somebody did it not too long ago, so maybe I have played it recently.
Very good.
So who have we got that's leading other things today?
I'm doing a tune with my WCCP hat on.
You are, yes. You're doing Sally Gallagher, aren't you?
Yes.
Which, of course, we do have a two-part setting for, just to.
We do. I'm not very proud of it. I think it was the first time I arranged anything, and I've dropped it for the moment.
Ah, right. Well, I did find it in case you wanted it, but no, I think these were largely just melody bits. So we've got Angela stay on. Hugh Francis. Oh yes, I can see Hugh. Yes. So I think we're quorate, and it's probably time. So welcome all. I'm technically hosting and doing quite a lot of the playing of this thing, but John is the overall organizer. So thank you, John, for putting the program together, etc. So can I just ask? We did one of these however many weeks ago when we did the same startup tune and curly-headed ploughboy. How many people here on Zoom were not at that meeting? 1, 2, 3, 4. A few, yes. All right. So it's just a matter of whether we start slowly or not quite so slowly. So the majority will have done it before, but all right. So reminders to anybody who's leading a tune, if you can make sure you've got original sound on in Zoom. If anybody doesn't know how to do that, we can probably talk through it, but if you probably do. I've got my original sound on. You are being recorded. What was I going to say? Oh yes. At various times I might decide to when we get to a point, unmute everybody so that we can hear get some feedback. So don't be surprised if you suddenly find you've been unmuted. So be discreet in what you're doing in the background when you think everything's turned off. Right. So, John, have you got anything to say beforehand, or shall we go into the warm-up set?
No. Let battle commence.
All right. Okay. So this is. Let's go away. Practice set 3.5. It was before my time in Chiltinas that practice sets 1, 2, and 3 were put together, and then they didn't like the middle tune or whatever of practice set 3, so another one was substituted, and it became 3.5, which is why it's got this rather strange name. So hopefully everybody can see the music there. I can see some people. Right, so I need my participants list. 21 participants. I'm going to mute everybody. You can unmute yourself if you need to. If I do something daft, then do unmute yourself and tell me. If you're on a laptop or PC, you can just press and hold the space bar in order to speak. There's a shortcut. Right, okay, everybody's muted. I'll put my participants over there. So I think that's probably big enough anyway, without previous times. I tell you what, let's do this. Wait a minute. Oops, no. I'm going to, just for the moment, let's just look at the first two, and then we'll do Saucy Little Bird, which is a bit harder afterwards, and then we'll put all 3 together. So it's all too easy to be on the wrong row on an English, particularly when you've just put something under your foot, so your legs at a different angle. So this goes, and it's a playground counting out tune. It's one for choosing teams. Penny on the water, tuppence on the roundabout, and out goes she, sort of thing. Here's the reason why I knew it originally. What shall we have? So I'll just the last 2 bars of Penny on the Water, and then we'll play each tune twice and go on to the next. So we'll do Penny on the Water. Oh, I think, hang a minute. It has no internal repeats, does it? Let's just play the things as written for the moment. So we're just going to play Penny on the Water twice and George Green's once with its internal repeats. So, right. It's a hornpipe, so we're swinging it. Hornpipe in 4/4. It's in the key of G, 1 sharp, and we will play it sort of last 2 bars like this. change. Apologise for the fluffle in the middle. There was a message popped up on my screen at just the time when I was about to change tunes. Let's just look at the saucy little bird. Saucy little bird on Nellie's hat knows all sorts of things about Nellie and what she does. A music hall song. Now this version's diverged somewhat from the music hall original, I think. So things to note on this one. There's a few notes marked staccato. So this goes. Right, so the other thing, a strange construct which I suspect is a result of this having gone through MIDI music to get back to being dots, is in the second full bar you've got a triplet, a crotchet, and a crotchet with 2 dots after it. Most people will know a crotchet with 1 dot after it is half as long again, so is a crotchet and a half. A crotchet with 2 dots after it is 3/4 as long again, so it's adding another half a half to it. So effectively that last note, which is therefore not a quaver but a semiquaver, is effectively a grace note just before the B of the next bar. It's a very short one just to sort of stress the B at the start of that note. Anyway, let's give it a try. So last 2 bars of Saucy Little Bird, and we might well do Saucy Little Bird twice as written. Again. Okay, let's shrink this down a bit and get rid of that. And then we could try getting all three on the same. Oh, maybe I'll try that again. Shrink it down a bit more. Right, so let's just play all three together, and we'll do them a bit faster than last time. Right, so last two bars of Penny on the Water. Change. Change. That is practice set 3.5. Right, if I stop sharing and I then unmute everybody, then we can hear anybody practicing little bits of it. So how did that go? Was that
Bad.
yeah? Do you want to do it again a bit faster?
Panic look on faces.
People aren't too much. Right, let's give it a go just a little bit faster. Do the same thing through again, and then we'll put it to one side. Okay, going. We don't want to. The hardest tune, I think, is probably George Green's. So we'll try that speed, shall we? Last two bars of Penny on the Water. Change. Stop sharing. Unmute everybody. So will you all keep up with that one?
Just about. Just about.
Well, the aim of these
was beginning to break up a little bit.
Yeah, the aim is to get the fingers warmed up is the thing. And
Yeah,
we ought at this point to do our, or
Get
even
them warm.
possibly before, do our finger warming exercises of things. Yeah. Right. So dutifully warmed. We're going to go on or back again to Curly-Headed Ploughboy, which we also did last time. Let me mute everybody there. So what we want is well, the simplest thing is I've got Curly-Headed Ploughboy. We have the all 4 parts on a page version, which we may come back to in a minute there. But it's a bit hard to read on the screen if people are reading from the screen rather than from paper. It's manageable, but right. So what we've got as lined up are where have they gone? So top line and second line, and I've got top line and third line and top line and fourth line. So we could actually well, let's all just play the top line, the black notes here. Yes, the previous set was really quite good for getting to grips with using alternating fingers on repeating notes. I mean, it took me many years to get away from always using the same finger on the same button, but both Penny on the Water and a couple of the others, it really lend themselves to alternating first and second fingers. Whereas this one is a good candidate. That first full bar is hard to finger however you do it. I'll be interested to know afterwards how anybody else does. But what do I want? I want right. So you're going to get the whole of a second line, four bars leading up to the repeat. From the beginning. Right, I mean, it's basically the melody, but it is an arrangement in 4 parts. So there are places where even the black note top line does something a bit different to the usual melody. Now we've got a recording of this, of all 4 parts, a synthesized one, which I'll come on to into a minute. But let's just try and play the red notes. So what about speed? So this is at the speed of 1. We were playing it then at the sort of speed. So that's the 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, isn't it? Because for the red notes, you start off with a beat and then 2 beats of silence. So you've really got to do to count. But it would help to play it in on.
You come in on headed is the way I look at it.
Yes. That's right. It's just a matter of whether, I mean, normally if I was counting in the top line, I'd count in 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And maybe that's what I should do. I'm going to count exactly the same as that, but when I get to 1, 2, 3, instead of coming in with the black notes, no, feel free if you want to play the black notes. If you're playing the red notes, at that point you've got to go 4, 1, 2, yeah, 4, 1, 2. Right, let's give it a try and see what happens. Anything could happen around here. So I'm going to count in a full bar and then a bar to 3, and then I'm going to say rest, 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 or rest, rest, rest. Okay, so a full bar first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, rest, 1, 2. Rest. Perhaps a bit fast for first time playing that fresh, but anyway, we'll put up with it. Let's do exactly the same thing again to see if we can get it down. So you're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, rest, 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 and in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, rest, rest. 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 So, was that did that work for people at all? Yes, yeah, okay. Right, let's, before trying to put the whole thing together, I'll do it against the other parts. Let's just have a look at part 3, and possibly even, I'm just finding what part 4 is like. Part 4. Yeah, they're all quite playable, and 2 is in many ways the hardest one because of the rests. This is possibly harder because it's a long way down the instrument. So that's how this one's going. So your first note is a low A, and the second note, the lowest note on an English concertina. So I'm going to count in the same way: 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and this time we're coming on the 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Rubbish. I was doing fine until that last, my counting went astray on that one. So the last line was starting with an A. 1, 2, 3, rest, rest. 1, 2. Oh, sorry, it's a C sharp, isn't it? That's the problem. Ah, have I just been playing all this wrong? I have. Ah, nobody pointed this out to me. The first half of the tune is in G. The second half's in D. So this should have been. I was playing, and it should have been. Yes. Hopefully people agree. Right, so let's try this whole thing again, and this time I'll try and do C sharps in the second half. I wonder whether in the first thing I was playing it wrong as well. Anyway, obviously nobody noticed. Right, we're going back to 1 sharp for the beginning. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Yes, I'm making a slight pig's ear of that one. Right, we'll see how it goes against the music. Now we've worked out that I was playing it astray. Okay, so let's, for completeness, look at the fourth part. And then the so the only C sharp in the second half is the one in the penultimate bar of this one. Yes, well. Right. Clearly I ought to practice these rather more if I was intending to do this. So same intro, and try and play these actually dark blue notes. The second line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Rubbish. I was thinking there was another bar of rest there. So just look at the B part. You've got a note rest and a whole bar of rest, and then these just which, when you're playing against the other parts, stand out very nicely. So I'm going to count in from the beginning of the second half. I'm just going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to have rest. We're going to have rest, 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 and we're going to come in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, rest, 1, 2, 3, 4, rest, 1, 2, 3, 4, rest. Rest, 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest, 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest. Well, we'll see how these go together. We'll have the computer play the parts. Just before I do, let me go back to the original second part and see if I was messing it up as much as I thought I might have been. Does this actually have any C sharps in it? I think I did it automatically. The only C sharp was that the high C sharp there towards the end, and I think I just played it without thinking. So I think that was all right. Right, so we want to try and fit the whole thing on the screen, which is not going to be wonderfully clear, but you'll just have to work with it, I think. Let me just try.
Paul, can I just flag up that in the fourth section, the first bar of the second line. The version I've got has an E as the lead-in note, which makes more sense against the other notes and the fact that it's an A7 chord.
So okay, so
I'm working from ancient sheet music.
You may well be totally right. Right, tell me again where you are.
Right, the bottom section.
The bottom section that starts with an A7
yeah,
chord.
the B part, the second.
The red notes.
And the first note, I've got that as an E.
You've got that as an E, have you?
I've got. Find it. I've got E, A, B, A, E.
Yes. Well,
I suspect at some stage it's got altered from.
Yes, as you say, an E would make
Dave
more
Townsend,
sense.
isn't it? Yeah.
An E would make more sense there. Yes, I'm wondering whether that's a transcription error in it coming through to my thing. Okay, so people playing the red notes. So the suggestion is that the note under my floating hand marker, if you can see that now, is actually an E rather than a D. We can look back at Dave Townsend's original and see what he had.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I mean the just as a single line by itself, it's fine with the D, but you're right, against the you're going against a couple of a C and A and a C and two A's. Yes, it would make more sense, wouldn't it? Right. So there's that. But I'm just going to stop sharing a minute as well, so you can look at one another while I find the automated music. So I think we have this at 2 speeds, but I think we decided the slow one really was a bit slow. Let's try the 140. Given that it's the second week, let's try the 140. If we find it's too fast, we can go turn down a notch. So let me bring it up and see where we're up to first. It might be a bit fast actually. Let me try the slower one for a first run through. Let's try this first. Right, I'll share the sound so you'll hear it rather better, I think, in a minute. Right, so I need to put that somewhere where I can get to it. To get rid of that. Share screen, share sound, share both that and that. So you know you're going to hear all 4 parts, and you can decide which one you want to play. And I think it does it. You get a 4-bar intro of just a single line, and then you all come in. And I think it does it twice. So let me make sure everybody's muted, which they are. And here we go. Hang on, so that's a bit wrong. Here we go. So if I'm sure if I could have heard everybody playing, would have had a wonderful 4-part choir session.
I've got Dave Townsend's original in front of me. So
Yes.
which was the bit that you were talking about?
I don't know whether it's laid out. Whether it's laid out the same.
I can't remember that.
Very first note
What was someone having a year?
the
Before we got married.
and,
I went on holiday and it was very nice.
so we've got.
It was more fun time.
Hold on a minute. I'm just going to while I sort things out. So I'll unmute Liz in a minute. Well, just while we're looking at this thing, I'll unmute Liz. Right. What we're saying is that it's this note where my hand is on the screen now. So the second half, the B part, then
no, it's the red bar below that one.
Oh,
the fifth bar of the.
You're absolutely right. Sorry. Ignore what I've just said. Right, it's that note there, the first note of the last line in the red notes in the second part. Is yours laid out the same on the page?
No, this is from his village band book.
Yeah, so it's laid out differently. Well, it's from the end. It's the fourth bar from the end, if you count backwards.
Yeah,
second line.
Second line. It's an E to start with. Yes.
It's an E going up to an A.
And then it goes an A, B, A, and then back to an E.
Yeah. So that's an error, and I'll sort it out. Thank you.
Yeah.
Not quite how it got like that, but right. Okay. So was that? Do you think people that was at 120? Do you think people would like to have a go at 140? I'm sorry, I need to unmute everybody so I can actually hear what's happening.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll find the. I need to find me. Get rid of. About the speed. Right, 140. Right, so remove that. Mute everybody. Share screen, share music and tadpoles. My tea is just arriving. Okay, right, that's good. So I'm ready to go. I'm going to press the button now.
Very good.
Yeah, did it.
It's amazing what a difference just that 10%, between 120 to 140.
Yeah. Sometimes it's easier, faster.
Yes. The patterns hold together better. Yes, and I think when learning music and playing music, it is all patterns. You don't play individual notes. You play a group that form a pattern. And if you play too slowly, the patterns don't make sense.
True.
Okay, so enough of curly-headed pluff boy for the moment, I think. If we get together in real life again at a WCCP event with some Chiltina players there, it'd be good to have a mass impromptu go at that in a bar session, I think.
Not without music, though.
But you can start the music. That will bring along a few. Yes, it came to us as it's a Dave Townsend setting, but he contributed it to an ICA music supplement as a contribution to the concertina world. And I think probably then I used a computer program to optically character read that music supplement, which is possibly how the error got in. Right. So the next thing is contributions by WCCP members. So the first one was Normandy by Angela. So let me find the music.
I'm singing.
Okay, I don't need that. I've already got it, haven't I? Right. If I just share screen, wait a minute. I've prepared myself, so I've actually got Normandy. There you are. Right. So I need to mute everybody and then unmute Angela. Hold on 1 minute.
Can you make it a little bigger?
Please.
Yeah.
I could try, but it's even if I remove the other bit. Wait a minute. I don't think I can't. Well, the best I can do for the moment is that where you're losing some of the second parts for the bottom system. But if that helps people read the top line. So Angela, are you playing just the top line, or are you playing?
No, I'm not. What I thought I would do, because it's set for actually 4 voices. So the top line of each system is the soprano, the second line is the alto, the third line of each system is the tenor, and the fourth line of each system is the bass. What I thought I would do was play each part twice. So I was going to do I'm trying to move your musical. I can't do that. And I thought each set of 4 lines is called a system.
Yeah.
So each system has a line of the voice part. If you go to the 4th system, and the third line of the 4th system is the tenor part, and that from bar 13 to the end, that makes a good introduction.
Right.
Because it finishes on E, which is where the soprano line starts. So
right.
I was going to play that third line in the bottom system as the introduction.
Yeah.
Then I was going to play the top or soprano line all the way through, and then all the way through again.
I think I'm going to have to put the whole thing up there like that.
Yeah. Then I was going to play the second line all the way through each system twice. And then the tenor line all the way through twice, and then back to the soprano line twice.
So you're not playing the bass,
and
line.
I'm not going to play the bass because I've got not got a bass concertina.
And it's in bass clef. Right, hold on a minute. Let me mute everybody. Right, everybody's muted. Let me unmute you. Right, so now you and I'm going to mute myself. So Angela, you have control.
Oh right, okay. This is it's an early 19th century hymn tune. The words were written in 1758. It's "Come thou fount of every blessing, tune my heart to sing thy praise," if you want to know that bit. It's in the key of C, but it has a rogue F sharp in bar 8 of the soprano line. The soprano line is the top line of each system. So bar 8, there's a rogue F sharp. And when you get to the, let me think, when you get to the tenor line in bar 7, there's a rogue F sharp as well. So at the risk of confusing everybody, shall I say again what I'm going to play? Because I shall just keep playing unless Paul shouts up and says, hang on a minute, we're all lost, what you doing? So I'm going to play on the bottom system, the third line from bar 13 to the end as the introduction. So that's 4 bars of introduction, which is this. And then I'll go straight into the soprano line, which is the top line of each system, that bit. And I'll play all the way through that twice. And then I'll go straight to the second line, the alto line of each system, which is starts like that. And I'll play all through that twice. Then I'll go to the tenor line, which is the third line of each system, which starts like that. Play all through that twice. And then I'll go back to the soprano line, which is the top line of each system, play through that twice, and you can then play, you can either listen to bits or play a part you want, or play 2 parts together if you're that clever, or do what you like, really. The wonders of Zoom, eh? You can really do what you like. Okay, does that sound fine for everybody? Yeah, I can see a thumb up, so that's good. Okay, so I'm going to start with the introduction for Normandy from bar 13. we go. Did we get on all right?
Very nice. Let me just unmute everybody, and then we'll you can probably have a round of applause. Yeah.
That was lovely, Angela. Lovely tune.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I love the tune, yeah. I sometimes
a nice,
It's
it's a nice pace to play other lines along to as well.
yes, good.
Yes, it's one thing I regret my early days of concertina playing, going down to Kilve to the WCCP Kilve weekends, and Claire Wren always used to have a hymn session on the Sunday morning, and it was quite fun playing some of these hymns, because at least you probably know the melody line anyway, and so hence it gives you something to tie it to. And why should the devil have the good tunes?
Indeed, indeed.
Right, that's good. So if you want to do another one like that, if I suppose what we could have done is I could have reset it without the bass line so as to make it fit the screen a bit better, but and it worked all right, I think.
Yeah. I didn't know whether, I mean, do bass concertina players play the bass line?
That's a philosophical question. Most of them play treble clef and just let the instrument go down 2 octaves. There are some people, and who do I mean? Norwich. Paul from Norwich. The one who runs the Squeeze East Day.
No.
Oh, Paul.
Barrett.
Paul Barrett reads bass clef on his bass concertina. I know, and I think there are some people who are, particularly I think if they've sung bass in a choir or something, then they're used to reading bass clef, or if they've played cello or things, then. But most people in the concertina world expect everything to be in treble clef and just let the instrument transpose it down a couple of octaves.
And so for this session, presumably we haven't got many bass concertina players joining us. So I'll stick to 3 lines then.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, thank you for that.
No, it's the fact that computer screens are always wider than they're high, so music, portrait music doesn't work all that well, which is why I try often to reset it to be have a few more bars on a line and less lines so as to fit the screen.
It's also tricky turning pages with a concertina, isn't it?
Tracy had a he was reading music from her iPad or whatever, or her Android tablet, had a Bluetooth foot pedal for flipping pages, so hands free, so she could turn backwards and forwards through the pages by tapping her foot on this pedal, which is quite a good way of doing it.
All right, as you don't tap it, as long as you don't tap it.
Yeah, that's right. Given that I tap my foot most of the time, it could be not.
You don't want to go back 10 pages in one go.
John wouldn't do very well, would you, John?
No, I'm a compulsive foot tapper now.
I'm sure you could put the switch somewhere else, and I don't know, some other portion of your anatomy. Right, shall we move on to Dark Island and Hugh? I'm just trying to find Hugh. He must be here somewhere. Oh, he's there. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So we'll do the same sort of thing. Let me find the music again first, because we've got the Dark Island in C. So this has a bit of the same problem, but slightly less. I think we could probably make this fit with a bit of persuasion, like that. I think is as good as we're going to get. Hopefully people can see there two lines for all the way through. Rather interesting to see the words, which we don't often see. Right, okay, so let me mute everybody, and then I need to find Hugh and unmute him again, except he's gone walkabout. Oh, come on. You could unmute yourself, Hugh, if you find it faster than I do.
There you go. Yep,
Right,
I've got it.
okay. Yeah, that's good. So let me mute. So you have control.
I don't believe that for a word, Paul. Nice to think it. I know you have the ultimate power. Right, hello everybody. You may know I'm the custodian, I guess, of the WCCP base. So I thought it'd be fun to play this nice slow tune as low as possible, which is why I've transposed it down to this weird key. So I thought I'd start with it once on this instrument, which is also not mine. Mine is in hospital with Dave Elliott. So Chris Reed has kindly lent me just a standard treble Wheatstone. So I thought I'd play it once on this, and I might be mistaken because I'm used to a tenor treble, so everything's one row out for me. But I think we can make it. So I'll play it once on this, and then there'll be a brief pause while I pick up the beast, and then maybe play it twice on that, and then we can move on, or not, as you like. Intro, the last 4 bars, I think.
Just one moment. Are you ever going to play the second parts, the second line, or are you just playing the melody?
Nope, the second line is just there for your entertainment.
Right. Okay, that's fine.
If anybody wants to try it, then do feel free.
Okay.
Right, so 4-bar intro. Oh, I should also say that those of us on English, which I think is most of us, there's lots of opportunity for cross-fingering, lots of fifths to catch us out. Right, enough of the little instruments, time for the big one. For those of you who know the bass, it's actually going to be slightly complicated because the fingering is completely reversed. It must be 3 octaves down, I think. Anyway, I'm going to swap hands or stand my brain on its head, as it were. But I think we can still get there. Intro. Okay, here we go.
Very, very nice. Let me just unmute everybody.
Real
That was
grand.
lovely.
I don't think Zoom could. We don't get full justice of the harmonic range of that through Zoom. It gets a bit squashed on the way, but it was still very nice.
Oh, it's lovely to hear though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just love the WCCP bass. Well, I love any bass, but I just love this bass instrument.
That's the first time I've ever played a baritone concertina over another set of music.
And he's played my baritone as well. Because
I am, yes. Many thanks.
I've got his with a broken spring. Well, it hasn't a broken spring any longer, but that's why. Right. Well, it's John. It's actually you're up next. Up with Sally, so to speak. No, go away. So no, they can. I need to get menu where I want. That's just all right, isn't it? Something got the whole thing really big on this one. Right, so I'm going to mute everybody, and I'm going to unmute John. Right, and I'm going to mute myself, and so I'm going to say you have control.
Okay, this is a fiddle tune by Kath Chandler. I got it off I think it was a Chelmsford Morris CD. I don't know whether she's still associated with them, but I reckon it's a lovely tune. I should warn you that the embellishment, the twiddles, I play rather differently to as specified on the music, and I think as played by Kath. But hopefully it won't clash too much, and hopefully my timing over them will be okay. I'll play the last 4 bars of the A part as an intro, and it goes at a steady pace, so I'll probably play it a couple of times at a similar pace. again. Okay, probably a bit faster than it should have been, actually.
Steve for the moment. Right, yes. So I think a general round of applause.
Yeah, it's lovely, John. Yeah, nice one.
Right. Is that sufficient of Sally for the? What you ought to do is revisit your two-part setting, and then another time we could come back to it and play your two-part version.
Yeah, I'll try and find time to do that. Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be nice.
It's a lovely piece, that.
It is lovely, yeah.
yeah, it is a lovely tune. It's on the I can't remember the name of the CD, but I think Kath plays it a lot slower, and yeah, it is a beautiful fiddle tune. Yeah.
But it's a good. You were playing with the note lengths, but that's fine. I mean, that the tadpoles are just the skeleton of the tune, and the varying dotted rhythm patterns is all part of expressing the music. Right. The next thing on the list was some Playford tunes, and the aim, I think, here was not to spend too much time on any one tune, but to run through a set of them fairly quickly. So I could, if I go back to, so we want. Yes, very nice. Yes. It's one of those brainworms, isn't it? Be going round in your head. Right, so everybody's muted for the moment while I just find things. So we could do these actually from the main tune book, which is what's written there. I have actually got an aid memoir of a whole set of Playford tunes from the book that I was using for something else. So I might just use that, but it should be identical to the ones in the tune book. So we've got All in the Garden Green, Parson's Farewell, Portsmouth, Sir Roger de Coverley, and Staines Morris. 5 tunes, so without spending too much time on them. Are any of them anybody's favourites that they would particularly like to lead, or do you want me to, if you do, then shout up, otherwise for the moment. So All in the Garden Green we've got a 4-part setting of, but we won't bring that up now. We're just playing tunes at this stage, I think. So this is going to be relatively brisk because I think a lot of people will know this somewhat. Right. A bit slower than that, I think. Right, so the introduction is going to be the second line, so 4 bars at the end of the A part. And we'll play the whole thing at least twice, if not 3 times, or it depends how long it takes. I'll either wave my instrument in. Oh, that's interesting, the bluebells get in the way. If I wave the instrument in the air, then I could just turn the, choose virtual background, none. So you have boring reality behind me, but at least then you can see if I'm waving an instrument around. Or I'll just shout again. Right, so. A little bit faster. One more. Yes, it's a lovely tune, is All in the Garden Green. Right, so do butt in if people want to say anything, but for the moment I'm just leaving people muted and going on to the next tune, which one here was Parsons Folk. Oh, that's interesting. Oh yes, Parsons Farewell. Which is a bit of an odd one, isn't it? So this is a minor thing. First part's only 4 bars long. Second part's 8 bars long. So what I'll do is I'll just play the whole of the first line. So effectively we'll play I'll play it once and then you play it twice. So I'll play the first line 3 times effectively before going on to the second line. The intro therefore is. I think as a dance tune it would go a little bit faster than that, even for courtly dancing. Yes. Okay, so let's just do it again a little bit faster. I'm going to play the last 4 bars as intro and then let's just play it through. One more. So that was Parsons Farewell. The next one was Portsmouth, which is a very well known tune, so I don't think we need to be too fussy about this one. No. Right, so you're going to get a last 4 bars, I suppose, and a note. again. Often a tune that's often followed or preceded by Newcastle, which is also a Playford one of the same thing. Well, time is getting on, but we've still got time, so let's just run rapidly through two very different tunes here. Roger de Coverley was my one and only sort of experience of country dancing at primary school was done to Roger de Coverley, I think, and I've never liked it since. But it's a slip jig, a 9/8 tune, 3 triplets in the bar, so basically 3 beats in the bar. Somebody's chatting. What's that one? Hugh's turn to go now. Right, okay, yeah. 3 beats in the bar, each beat being a triplet. 4 bars repeating, so there's quite a lot of music in this one. But it. So the very last note you only play when you're finishing the whole thing. Otherwise, it goes on round and round forever. Right, so you're going to get the last 2 bars. Out. I can see the odd scratching of head there. It's let me unmute people so I can tell what's going on. Right,
well, that'd be a good one for warming up fingers at the start.
It would, yes. I started a little bit fast for that, but I don't know. I mean, as a dance tune, it goes a lot faster than that.
But it's certainly familiar to you, you don't realise.
Yeah, I didn't know it. So
Oh, you didn't know it, right? Yes, that's probably the thing. I could hum it, and that makes all the difference. And although there's a lot of notes, they're in very predictable patterns generally in it. And the last bar of every line is the same. So once you've got that in your fingers, then you know, even if you go astray during the second or third line, you've got something familiar to get back in again, ready for the next one.
it's the last line I was struggling with.
Okay, let's just put that up, and I'm going to mute everybody again for a minute. So let's so here's let's just play that last line slowly to start with. So last two bars, and ignore the rest of the tune, just the last line. And okay, let's do it faster. Then same intro, and I may say from the beginning. We'll see. So just the last line again first. From the beginning. And that was pretty well at dancing speed, I think, just about. But, right. So then to finish off the Playford set, we had Staines Morris, which is a very different tune. So yes, you have to remember that where your sharps are. So this is in something a bit strange, isn't it? E, one sharp. Yeah, I suppose E minor, one sharp E minor. It's not all that strange. Just got a few accidentals. So this is it's a very old tune. It's in Playford 1651, but it's old. It's older than that. So the words are something about away to the maypole, let us be, for tomorrow is a holiday. No, away to the maypole, let us. Yeah, I can't remember quite. But anyway, it's that's the meaning of it. It's probably an appropriate thing to play ready for May Day or something like that. It should be played on the last day of April. Right. Right, so here's the last two bars. Oh, it's a lovely tune. It's very medieval, isn't it? Let's do it again a little bit faster, and then we'll call play for done. Same thing, a bit faster. Stop sharing, unmute people. So, did that work?
Yes.
So I'm getting on, but we still have things around. So the next thing on the list was around the room. Has anybody got anything that they were have been working on in the last few weeks that they would like to share with us? It's not compulsory, but sometimes people have very different bits of music they've been working on. No offerings.
No.
We'll go on to Farewell to Whiskey then, if nobody's going to come up with anything. No. Last chance. Right. Okay. So.
I noticed we have 2 cats joining our sessions this time, and both black.
I think Margaret will take that, hopefully.
Oh, who's got the cats? I can't see any cats.
They come and go.
Oh,
like
do
the Cheshire
they?
Cat. Like the Cheshire
no.
Cat.
Oh, Wendy. Okay.
Yeah, Wendy.
Is there a special members rate for cats?
Yeah, £5 for cats.
Who's got the other one? I saw Wendy's.
Will a dead mouse do?
Oh, lovely, John.
Anne dropped by for a few minutes.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's right, Anne has got a person.
Oh, okay.
Right. No, we're not playing the catching of fleas. So it's an interesting tune if you like that one. Well, it was on the play. We did it at the Holsey. Dave Ball did it at the Holsey Manor thing a few weeks ago. Right, so I'm looking for. What am I looking for?
Farewell to Whiskey.
Oh, yeah, that's
yes, I am. Right, okay. So we're looking for Farewell to Whiskey. So what I've done there is alphabetical order.
Oh,
Farewell to Whiskey.
oh, love it. Oh.
Go one bigger really. This one. This is one that John introduced last time. The B part is a bit more challenging than the top line. Let's just play the original tune first, and then we'll I'll try and lead us relatively sedately through the red notes, and then we can put them together and have the computer play both of them together for us to play along with. So muting everybody for the moment. But I think it's slower than that really. It's a lament. Do you think that speed's appropriate for saying farewell to whiskey? So you'll have the whole of the last line of black notes and then in from the beginning. Sorry. Yes, I was a bit ambitious with some cross fingering in the middle that got cross. So. Right, so it seems a lot faster because it's got a lot more quavers, but it's we were doing it at the rate of 1, 2, 3, 4, weren't we? I'll play the last 2 bars of red notes and then I'm coming in and playing the red notes, hopefully. If it all goes wrong, I'll ask John to do them. I've just noticed that the slurs are all wrong on this, and in my conversion I think I've managed to lose most of the proper positioning and lengths of the phrasing marks, but they're probably largely there intended for violin bowing anyway. So were people managing to play those notes at that speed? Oh, there's a cat. Hello, cat. Were people managing to play those notes at that speed? Would you like to do it again with me playing the red notes again, or do you want to go to hearing both parts? Let me unmute people, so hang on a minute, so we can... Right, so...
both parts.
You want to hear both parts?
Both parts. Yes.
Okay, yeah. So we will try and find the appropriate bit. So I need to kill that. I want farewell to whiskey. This one's at 100 beats per minute. That's a bit brisker. The two part, the recorded one, but we'll give it a go. Mute everybody. And that. That. I've lost my music. Wait a minute. There it is. Wait a minute. Let me get some things here. Right. Right. So it's a John synth. So I think it again starts with a 4-bar intro, and then probably does the whole thing twice. It's a rather nice second part, that, isn't it?
That was lovely. I enjoyed that very much.
I liked it.
Right, so that gets us really to the end of the programme. We have got High Lily, High Low as a reserve, but it can stay reserved at the moment.
My cat's name is Lily. She would have liked that.
Next time.
The next time is May the 29th. I have a bit of a problem there, or I might have a problem. The village I live in is twinned with a village in Normandy, in France, and the French group of the French are coming over that weekend, Friday to Sunday, and they're leaving after lunch on Sunday. I don't know at the moment quite when they're leaving. Well, they got to get back to France, so they won't be leaving all that late. I think near the time when I know a bit more, I'll be able to say whether I'll be in a position to run it, or
Don't know whether I should
run
be.
it half an hour late, or hand it over to someone else. Do you want to say anything, John, about agenda for that? I mean,
yeah, there's 2 or 3 things. One, quickly on the agendas. We've got the Malden session, which I assume you'll also be zooming on May the 15th.
Hold on a minute. I think I have a feeling that I'm away quite a lot in the near future.
Oh dear. I should be all right. I come back from Greece on the Saturday. So yes, let's assume for the moment I can. Okay, sighs of relief on my part, Paul. I think we're okay for an agenda for that, and the next set of theme tunes will be Morris tunes. Anybody who's got ideas for future themes, let me know. In terms of the agenda for the joint sessions with the West Country players, then I think we got enough with the bringing in the reserve tunes and so on to have a reasonable agenda for next time. I'd encourage people who are joint members of Chiltinas and the West Country players to contribute to that section. But are there any tunes today that people would want to play again next time round at the Zoom only session?
And do you want a different warm-up set, or do we stick with? Do you like set 3 and a half?
We probably would, because we will. If we use the same warm-up set for Malden, it will have been 3 times, I think. Yeah. I could take up on the suggestion of a warm-up set with 3 slip jigs.
3 slip jigs in it.
But how many people are making the sign of the cross at that one?
Put drops of brandy.
Okay, well, I mean, I'll people if aren't going to volunteer things now, then just drop me an email.
Long Room of Scarborough. That's a slip jig.
Yeah, well, that's a nice. Yeah, I mean, there are some nice slip jigs. It's just that some people find them tricky. I think they're never ending.
Yeah, all the more reason to play more of them, probably.
Yeah, and they are good to warm your fingers. Like I say, it was quite good.
Yeah. One other thing from me, which is just an advance warning that we need some further organising done for our workshop on September the 18th. In particular, if we're going to publicise it and get it into Concertina World and so on, we probably need to start thinking about it now. So I'll be putting out an appeal in the next email for people who are prepared to put some work in on that. Mm-hmm. So I can sit back and enjoy my old age. And the one other thing is, I think a couple of people have had problems with the Chiltina's bank account in terms of making the donation. So, Martin, would you like to spell out?
I think they've been resolved because the
good.
people that had the problems, I emailed them the account name. The thing is that banks are getting a bit stricter these days, and it's not just sufficient to have the bank account postcode and account number. You've got to have the name, and you've got to know whether it's a business. Well, it might be vary from bank to bank, but on that West, I mean, they want to know whether it's a business account or a private account, and you don't always know that.
What is it?
Particularly for something like the West Country Concertina players, I wouldn't know whether they have a private account or a business one. And the ICA has a business account. So I didn't actually put that information in the initial information that I handed out. So, but for those that had problems, I gave them that information and the payments went through. Unless
Martin,
yeah.
Martin, could you resend the information out? What to put
Yeah.
on? Because I know my son had problem.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. I mean, for anyone who just joins the Zoom sessions, then if you pay £5 or something, that'll be fine.
Yeah.
That covers for 12 months of Zooming. Yeah. Okay. I'll send that information out again.
Thank you.
If I send it to you, John, can you then use your group?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I'll send it out. I can copy it on with the
forward it on.
details for May the 15th, which will go out sometime in the week.
Yeah. Okay. I'll send you the instructions again, John. Okie doke.
Yeah, I think that's it, Paul. And unless
Okay.
anybody's got any
Thank
other
you.
suggestions to raise. Okay, so
There's that cat again. Lily cat. A lily black cat rather than a lily white one.
Yeah, I didn't name her.
Where's yours, Anne? Want them on at the same time?
No, she's asleep somewhere.
Lily.
I've gone back to my bluebell wood. Right. Okay. Goodbye, everybody.
Lovely to see you.
Thank you.
Bye. Thanks, John.
Cheers.
Thank you, John.
Thanks, Paul.
Thank you.
Thank you all. I must go. Bye.
It's always a race to the last to go. Well, goodbye all.